Hi students, I am Sandhya Rathod from Param Guru Pathshala English Medium School Sarsa. Today I will discuss second chapter from Social Science Standard 9th, and the name of the chapter is First World War and Russian Revolution Part 1. Let's start with the introduction of this chapter. The yearning of the Western European countries for expansion of the empire and acquire new territories resulted in these countries going to Asia and Africa. Now, in this chapter, we are going to know, or I am going to make you familiar that what was the reasons that the First World War had happened and about Russian Revolution. So, in the beginning of this chapter, we will come to know, or I will make you familiar that the yearning, the desire of Western European countries, what was that desire? To expand their colonies, to expand their territories, and this resulted to Asia and Africa. Thus, they established their colonies and expanded their rule, and this is the reason that they expanded their colonies, they expanded their empire and their rule. Consequently, there arose a competition between European nations to establish colonies. Now, what happened? Everybody started to establish their colonies, to expand their rule, to expand their empire, and that was the reason that competition started. Now, all the Western countries, all the European countries wanted to establish their colonies. So, this happened when this desire, the yearning of establishing colonies had started. This greed for colonization among the Western European nations caused the economic, social and cultural ruin of the Asian African countries. Now, what happened? The greed. This was the greed that they wanted to establish their colonies, and just because of this greed, what happened? There was a crisis in economic, in social, in cultural, and that was the reason that everything ruined, everything destroyed, and this was the result that First World War had happened and Bolshevik Revolution. So, let's dear students study about in detail. Western Europe and colonialism in Asia Africa. The Western European countries wanted to expand their empire in Asia and Africa. Their greed for colonization did not spare even their neighboring countries. So, this was the greed, greed can never spare anybody. So, this was the greed that even did not worry about the neighboring countries. By all means, by hook or crook, they wanted to expand their colony. Spain had taken control over Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg. Later on, some of their provinces were captured by France. So, Spain had taken control over Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg, and later on some of their provinces, some of their colonies were also captured by France. When the Portuguese king died without an heir, Portugal came under the rule of the Spanish king because of his blood relation. Now, when the Portuguese king died without an heir, means he had not any kind of heir. So, what happened? Portugal came under the rule of the Spanish king because he had not heir. So, they have to behave according to Spanish king's rules and regulations. Why? Just because they have blood relation. Blood relation means they have relations, and that was the reason that Portugal came under the Spanish king. So, for 6 decades, the monopoly of establishing colonies in non-European countries was with Spain. So, for the 6 decades, the monopoly of establishing colonies in non-European countries was with Spain. Similarly, Italy and German states became the victim of the greed of France and Austria. When the European powers were tightening their grip over the Asian and African nations, many of the European nations which had become free following the footsteps of England made many of the Afro-Asian nations their colonies. So when the European got the power, when the European got the grip over Asians and African nations, many of the European nations which had become free, following the footsteps of England. So following the England, many other countries, many other nations also tried to grip over the colonies, to expand their role, to expand their empire. So this is what the greed, okay. So following the footsteps of England made many of the Afro-Asian nations their colonies. Now let's study about colonialism in Asia. After strengthening its grip over India, England expanded its empire in Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Singapore and Malaysia. So after getting control over India, England had expanded its empire even in Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Singapore and Malaysia. England entered China also. So England did not spare even China, but due to the opium trade between England and China, there were wars which came to be known as opium wars in history. Now what happened? England already entered in China, but they had trade, okay. They had trade with opium trade, and that was the reason that they in China, or in between China and England, war happened. And in history today also it is known as opium wars. What happened afterwards? China lost this war and thereby lost 5 of its ports to England, where England could carry on their trade and thus expanded their empire. Now as a result, China lost this war, okay, and he had to give away, he had to give, okay, 5 ports, means the welfare cities, okay, welfare villages he had to give to England just to carry out their trade and to expand their empire. Taking advantage of China's weakness, Japan, Russia, Germany, France, Belgium and America also acquired trade and political rights. So now you all know that China had lost this battle. So taking the advantage, everybody thought that now China has lost this war, so now we can also go there, we can also do the trade, we can also expand our political rights, okay. So taking the advantage of China's situation, everybody went there for the trading purpose. Enormous oil resources in the desert region of West Asia attracted the Europeans to establish colonies there. Now what happened? Enormous oil resources, okay. Oil resources means there was the oil, okay. So greed happened, okay. They thought, European thought that we can establish our colonies here because here the resource of oil is there, okay, resources are there. So if we will establish our colony here, we will have a benefit, we will have advantage. So England, Germany, Russia and America established oil companies in Iraq, Iran, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, and made efforts to take care of their own interest. See, nobody is worried about anybody else nowadays. So in earlier time also, these people thought this is the special place, okay, where we can establish our trade, where we can expand our empire. So this many countries, okay, went there and take their own interest. So this is all about colonialism in Asia. Let's go ahead. Colonialism in Africa. The Dutch established its colony for the first time at the end of 15th century in South Africa. Students, it can be the question in your exam that the Dutch first established its colony at the end of 15th century in South Africa. After that, England and France established their colonies in Cape and Algeria in North Africa respectively. The vast provinces of Africa seemed quite suitable for acquiring raw material and selling ready products. post-industrial revolution, because of which European countries competed to establish colonies. Now the vast provinces of Africa seemed quite suitable, means Africa was quite suitable for the raw material. Okay, it had raw material and it had product, means ready products it had. So that's why post-industrial revolution took place and European countries thought, they forced, okay, they came to Africa to establish their colonies, because they come to know they are ready to expand their empire, okay, and they had enough knowledge, they knew everything, that in Africa there are lot of raw materials, ready products are there. So our colonies will have a big advantage, okay. So everybody went to Africa. King Leopold of Belgium seized the vast provinces of Congo and established its rule. England established its colonies in Egypt, some provinces of East Africa and some of South Africa. Now see, England also thought that I will also expand, I will also establish everywhere my colonies. So he established even in Egypt, some provinces of Eastern Africa and some of South Africa. France established its colonies in Tunisia, Morocco and West Africa provinces. Germany established its empire in some provinces of East and West Africa. Italy captured the African provinces around the Red Sea. Spain and Portugal also seized some provinces of Africa. Now here see, all the countries came and they established their empire, okay, and where they have expanded, see here they are, there are the names of the places. Spain and Portugal also seized some provinces of Africa. A conference for the European nations was held in Berlin in the midst of the competition to establish colonies. Now there was a conference that was organized by the European nations, and that was in Berlin, okay, and in that conference they decided that there should be competition, there is a competition, because everybody wants to establish their colonies. Different African territories were divided among the European nations at the end of the conference. Now see how much their greed expanded, okay, how much they had greed, because they thought that the whole Africa should be ours. And at the end of the conference they divided all the places, they divided all the territories, they divided all the colonies, that this European country will have this colony. So now they have divided all the territories. Thus colonial dominance of different European nations was established over the entire Africa, and the colonial dominance of different European nations was established over the entire Africa. While on one hand the greedy European nations were trying to colonize various Asian African territories. So the greedy European nations, okay, Europeans was too much greedy, okay, so they thought, let us colonize with the Asian and African territories. On the other hand, Germany and Italy had completed the process of its respective political unification. See, on the other hand, Germany and Italy was also ready for the process of respective political unification. Thus the unified Germany plunged into the competition of industrialization, commercialization and colonization. Now Germany thought that I will produce everything in my country, okay, I will have industrialization, commercialization, I will have colonization. So everything Germany thought that I will produce everything. Thus this quickly changing global phenomena had exploited some of these countries politically, economically and socially, due to which their development had stopped. Now quickly changing global phenomena had exploited some of the countries politically, economically and socially, due to which their development had stopped, okay, their development had stopped, and this had led to the First World War. Now this was the reason that changing global phenomena had exploded. Some of the countries were destroyed, and this was the reason that First World War had happened. Now let's discuss factors that caused First World War. The First World War could be considered as one of the most heartbreaking and unforgettable events of the modern world. Many factors were responsible for this. The First World War began on 14th August 1914. Now see, it was a heartbreaking event, unforgettable. Okay, today also we are knowing. So it was a heartbreaking event. Remember students, when it had started on 14th August 1914, Germany had defeated France in the Sedan War, because of which France had to sign the Frankfurt Treaty, according to which France had to pay a war fine as well as give away two of its provinces, Lorraine and Alsace, to Germany. Now Germany had defeated France, okay, in the Sedan War. So what France had to give? They had to give war fine just because they had lost the battle, as well as they also had to give two provinces. Two provinces means two colony which are too much wealthy, and that colony they had to submit. And the name of the colonies or provinces are Lorraine and Alsace. France had not been able to overcome these humiliations. Now France got humiliated. Okay, they thought that this is the humiliation for us. So France had not been able to overcome. France was not ready to accept that they have lost the war. Thus, the Frankfurt Treaty itself was the cause of the First World War, and the end of the war showed the seeds of the future war. Now, Frankfurt Treaty, that was the reason for the First World War, and the end of the war had given seeds for the future war. Let's study the first factor, economic. England had established its vast empire in Asia and Africa in the 9th century. It exploited its colonies economically and became rich. Due to industrialization and swift colonization, Europe required huge quantity of raw material. Now, as you all know, England had expanded its rule, its empire over in Asia and Africa, and even he had exploited its colonies economically and became rich. And just because of the industrialization, Europe required huge quantity of raw material, just because they had established many industries. So for that they required raw materials. So in the last quarter of the 19th century, Germany has started the competition to procure the markets in Asia and Africa. So in the 19th century, Germany also started competition with Germany. So competition to procure the markets in Asia and Africa. Germany started supplying cheaper goods in comparison to England and France. Now Germany was in the competition with England, and with France. So Germany thought that I will produce very low quality goods, very cheaper goods, and I will sell the goods. So competition started between France, Germany and England. The Afro-Asian markets that England and France dominated were thus broken up by Germany. Now Afro-Asian market, and that was dominated, and it was broken by the Germany. Consequently, there was an intense economic competition between Germany and England. So this is all about economic factor. I hope students you understand the first part of this chapter.